Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by SonicWeb Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? SonicWeb Studios is the answer. SonicWeb Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. It's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and enjoyed by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com on over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple Music, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And for great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com and check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast or MikeWagnerShow.com. T-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, makes great gifts 24/7, 365. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia and check out his great store, like books like Missing, Once, and Wrinkles, also t-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, phone cases, a lot more. Go to Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia. Check it out today. And don't forget to support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, as well as PayPal and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Make sure you give generously today. We're here with a terrific lady who is a board-certified general surgeon and a fellow at the American College of Surgeons and Society of Surgical Oncology, and trained breast oncology surgeon, and also earned her master's in public health from Columbia University. And she also founded Kalium Diagnostic Solutions to identify cancer edges. And not only that, she's also an author of a book, Hilda, the Hacking Hippo, also Dr. Marcia, in the case of the missing hot dogs and marshmallows, and also talk about a brand new book out there, which is called Doctoroo and the Case of the Hacking Hippo. You think it sounds like a mystery? Well, we'll find out in just a minute, and it's clean, by the way. Live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios in beautiful downtown Los Angeles, the amazingly multi-talented, board-certified surgeon and author of Hilda, the Hacking Hippo, Doctoroo, and more, Dr. Rachel Wellner. Dr. Rachel, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Good morning, afternoon. Thank you, Mike, so much so. It's such a pleasure to be here.
Well, it's great to have you on board, Dr. Rachel. And I'm going to say this, you've got an amazing resume to talk about. You're a board certified general surgeon and you're fellow of the American College of Surgeons and Society of Surgical Oncology. Also earned your master's in public health from Columbia University. And also you founded Kalium Diagnostic Solutions at CAELUM Diagnostic Solutions to identify cancer edges. And you also have books out called Hilda, the Hacking Hippo, Dr. Marcia, and the Case of the Missing Hot Dogs and Marshmallows, which sounds really good right now, and also Doctoroo and the Case of the Hacking Hippo. And it's also done for good reason. It's clean and a very good reason behind it. And before getting to all that, Dr. Rachel, tell us how I first got started.
Well, thank you, Mike. I'm one of those doctors that had a lot of hobbies, and I've always loved writing. I wrote some adult fiction as well, and children's books was a new frontier. I was a little intimidated by, but I just decided to go for it and write them because I knew that I had a concept, which was the kangaroo doctor, Doctoroo, that had a magical pouch. Her pouch kind of functions like a medical bag, like one of those old school doctor bags that you used to see.
Oh yeah, just like magic bag and tricks like Felix the cat, or like the old time doctor that goes like from house to house making house calls.
Exactly. So all of her equipment, her stethoscope, her otoscope, her tuning fork and reflex hammer and all are inside her pouch. And when she gets called on some sort of a quest or mystery, the pouch starts to sort of sparkle and come alive.
Wow.
And she knows it sort of reflects her passion for what she's about to go do, which is to go solve a health mystery.
Hmm.
She's got 3 buddies, Louis Llama, Kirby Koala, and Terrence Toad, and they go around the world in a plane that she pilots. It's a propeller plane, and they go to the area of concern, and then try to figure out what's happening to the set of people to cause them to be sick. In the case of Doctoroo and the Hacking Hippo, Hilda the Hacking Hippo, her name is Dr. Marcia Rue, by the way, so her whole name is Doctoroo without
Dr. Merceroo.
her name.
Okay.
Yes, she's Marcia for marsupial. She's in the marsupial class of animals that she fits into. But in the case of the Hacking Hippo, I chose a hippo to be an opera star because hippos, this is like a little known fact, have very loud voices. If you see a school of hippos and they're wailing, their voices get to as loud as 115 decibels, which is about the level of a major rock concert in a big stadium.
Oh my gosh. I bet you the Who would be happy with it.
Exactly. So I knew that Hippo had large projecting voices, and I thought she's the perfect character to be our opera star, but she's coughing and she doesn't know why. And so Doctoroo and her crew go to try to figure out why it is that she's coughing. And they look into everything. They look into others. They have others been coughing around her, the stagehands, the people that do the lights, all the people that are involved in setting up the opera. They check everybody out to see if they've somehow passed along this illness to Hilda, and they don't find anything. And I don't want to give away the goose, but at the end they find out that she's sort of infecting herself by swimming in a mud bath that she makes.
Oh my gosh.
Which hippos do, and not properly washing her hands.
Yes. And we're going to talk about that in a few minutes as well, too. And there's one question that kind of came up to mind. How'd you first come up with the concept of the kangaroo or Doctoroo for your books?
We came up with a concept over 20 years ago. It just rolled off the tongue. Kangaroo, what kind of an animal would you want? Doctor, kangaroo, Doctoroo. It just kind of rolled off the tongue and made sense. You can try to do that with any other animal, and it's hard to have that sort of neat title come through. And that's kind of how it happened. And I had her go international because I've been involved with many international medical missions, and most of my life has been dedicated to the medical field.
Oh, really?
Currently in the biotech space, trying to solve a very difficult medical problem, as you alluded to, which are not knowing if you've gotten all the cancer out at the time of cancer resection, which has terrible consequences for patients and the healthcare system in general. So that's what I'm working on. I say my day job, and my night job I write.
That makes sense. I guess Doctoroo wants you to hop to it. So
yeah, she does, in a kangaroo leap. So she sort of came off easily, and then I decided I wanted to alliterate the characters. So it was Kirby Koala and Louis Llama and Terrence Toad and Hilda Hippo. There's a Patty Pig character in the book we're talking about. So all of the animals have their first name that begin with the type of animal, the letter of the type of animal they are.
That's really interesting. And since we're on that subject, we'll talk about your other books like Dr. Marcia and the Case of the Missing Hot Dogs and Marshmallows, and also your latest Doctoroo and the Case of the Hacking Hippo, your upcoming. We'll talk about those in just 1 minute. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Me and Molson Z has garnered great reviews and even 11 endorsed by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for Goes Missing by Me and Molson Z, available on Amazon. Also, check out The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com on over 30 podcast platforms. Take us with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today for great gift ideas. Go to Amazon.com and check out The Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Me and Molson Zia for great books like Missing, Once, and Wrinkles. Also, t-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, phone cases, and more. Amazon.com/Me and Molson Zia. And don't forget to donate to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com. Also on Anchor FM and PayPal, and make sure you do so today. We're here with the amazingly multi-talented, board-certified general surgeon and fellow of the American College of Surgeons, and also the author of Heal the Hacking Hippo and more on The Mike Wagner Show, Dr. Rachel Wellner. And before we get to some of your other books, who are some of your favorite authors and writers growing up?
Oh, wow. It's a large variety. I love, Steinbeck. I love George Orwell. I'm Spanish fluent, so I love Garcia Marquez. He's one of my favorites. And oh goodness, wow. Look, I'll be honest, I love Judy Blume, and I don't remember the author, but the Nancy Drew books too. So
I think you know what you're talking about. So yes.
Yeah, so I can still get into the mind of the kids in terms of, remembering what I liked when I was really little. I loved Dr. Seuss when I was really little.
Oh yeah, who doesn't?
I was lucky enough, I attended Dartmouth College, and so did Dr. Theodore Geisel, who was Dr. Seuss. And he has a very big legacy at my alma mater, which is very, very interesting. So I remember receiving a copy of All the Places You'll Go when I was admitted into the school. So everybody got a copy that I know of from somebody. So yeah, very wide array. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. I've read so many books, but I love it all. I love the VC. I forget her last name, Madeline L'Engle, I even liked, but I like a lot of the classics as well. So
I was just thinking about it, since you're a big fan of Dr. Seuss and you like him. What was your favorite Dr. Seuss book growing up?
Oh, invariably the one that I just broke out, The Places You'll Go. That's my number one. But I liked Horton Hears a Who. I liked all the Whoville books, and The Cat in the Hat, of course. Who doesn't?
I wish I could think of Dr. Seuss right now, but I'm afraid Doctoroo is going to probably just bounce on me.
Yes, Doctoroo might bounce right over him.
All the places you go with Doctoroo. And speaking of Doctoroo, you also got the latest, but first, your first book, we'll talk about Dr. Marsha and the case of the missing hot dogs and marshmallows. And tell us about that.
Sure, happy to. Well, in this book, basically, Dr. Rue or Dr. Marsha, she gets called on an emergency that all the hot dogs and marshmallows have gone missing in Washington, D.C.
Oh, no.
For their big 4th of July cookout. And she has a cousin, Milton Marsupial, who's the mayor, and they have a very official meeting to try to figure out what's going on. And they ultimately solve that the hot dogs and marshmallows have been used to build houses by the beavers because they ran out of wood. There was no timber for them. And you had a little bit of commentary. Some people who thought this is a good thing that the hot dogs and marshmallows have gone missing. This is sort of junk food for kids, and people shouldn't be eating that. But we use this story to show the food pyramid and what the majority of the diet should be comprised of. So this is teaching health and nutrition to kids. And obviously at the base of the pyramid are complex carbohydrates and proteinaceous type diets, followed by, as the pyramid goes up, you got your dairy towards the top, and at the very top, the smallest amount are room for a little bit of guilty pleasures like ice cream and chips and things like that. So we're not giving the message, Dr. Who's not giving the message that there's no place for hot dogs and marshmallows, but that they should be eaten sparingly and only on special occasions. She even comes up with a substitute for an ice cream cone, which is a carrot-based cone.
Oh,
with
wow.
Watermelon scoop on top. So she calls them her upside down carrot cones. For one of her pals who's a little bit naughty, he likes to eat junky food, and he's finding that he doesn't have enough energy to get across, to hop across the road. He keeps flopping. So when he switches to a healthier diet, he's finding that he has a lot of energy and a lot of strength, and he's not hungry all the time. So all those concepts come up. It's really a good teaching tool for the children about why to eat good food, that it really does make you stronger, healthier, more energetic, and that it's part of a healthy lifestyle, and that those other foods, usually don't really give you what you need to sustain and to be healthy. So
that is so amazing. We're learning a lot from you. Also, we had Doctoroo in the case of the Hacking Hippo as well too, and I think we've talked about that. And also, you have a thing when you share tips to make hand washing for kids called Clean, CLEAN, and tell us what that actually stands for. Like create, learn, and tell us about that.
Well, actually, I have a whole segment about how kids can keep their hands clean, because the recommended amount of time that all people should spend washing their hands is about 20 seconds. Now, you tell me when the last time you spent 20 seconds washing your hands was.
Oh, I can't remember how many cups of coffee I had. That shows how I can remember.
Right, so we're all bad. We're all perpetrators of this, and a lot of people just don't know this. And so how do you get a kid to wash his or her hands for 20 seconds? And I've come up with a couple of different ways to sort of counsel kids. One would be to purchase a scented soap that the child really likes. So if the child likes the vanilla smell, buy a vanilla scented soap that the child wants to smell like, or a musky smell, or a fruit smell, or you name it, whatever sort of nice aroma that soap contains will help your child to actually wash for longer. Another way is to have an animated figurine comprise the soap bottle, so that your child feels like he or she's washing his hands with his favorite superstar, something like that. And a third, my favorite approach, is to pick a song that they like and time 20 seconds to the song and sing it with them. I've spoken to some of the last couple podcasts. I have a very adorable niece named Mila. She's 8 years old. And I taught her, I'm dating myself here, but I taught her how to Vogue. She had never heard that, obviously. And I figured, it's my responsibility to teach 90s songs to the.
Nothing wrong with that. As long as
right?
Madonna work, it's okay. So
it's Madonna, right? So we came up with don't just stand there. Let's get to it. Wash your hands. There's nothing to it. And so if you sing out a few verses and you time it and do it slow enough for 20 seconds, it'll just stick in your head, and you'll just automatically wash your hands for that amount of time. So these are some of my tips as to get the kids clean and get them sitting there for 20 seconds and actually doing it.
You also have a thing too. You can also do a little bit of art, and you also can nominate as well too. And tell us about the last two.
I'm sorry, I missed what you said.
No, you said we also covered the CLE part, emphasize with songs and everything, learn about germs, and you also have some art, and also nominate, which wraps up the ANN and clean. So tell us about those.
The EAN and clean. You're gonna have to read them to me. I'm sorry.
That's okay. CLEAN, yeah. That's
So,
okay. Yeah, let's go over here. So we had create a chart, learn about germs, emphasize with songs, art on the palms, and nominate a toy. That's my favorite part, nominate a toy. I don't know which one though.
Yeah, that's what I went over. Yeah, I unfortunately didn't have the mnemonic down, but I have the recommendations down. So nominate a toy was when I was talking about the soap bottle perhaps being in the shape of a toy, or you can take your toy and wash the toy right along with your hands. No reason why, if you're playing with a doll, if that doll can be washed in the sink, that you can't have hand washing time with your favorite pal. So
that's rather interesting too. And also, where can we find all your books at?
So they are all on sale at Amazon. So you'll find the first one, Dr. Marsha, in the case of the missing marshmallows and hot dogs, and also under my name, Rachel Wellner, Dr. Rachel Wellner. And Doctoroo and the case of the Hacking Hippo is also on Amazon. You can also find them through my website, which is www.doctoroo.health. And that will send you to the Amazon links, but basically they're exclusively for purchase on Amazon at this point.
We certainly will do so with Doctoroo, and she says hop to it, and we'll hop on over to what's coming up next for Dr. Rachel Wellner. But first, you listen to the Mike Widener Show at the MikeWidenerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Also brought to you by official sponsor, the Mike Widener Show, international award-winning author Mia Molson's The Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. We'll be back with the author of Hilda, the Hacking Hippo, Doctoroo, and the case of the Hacking Hippo, and more in an upcoming book with Dr. Rachel Wellner after this time out. We're back with author and board certified surgeon, Dr. Rachel Wellner, here on the Mike Widener Show. Just an amazing story about talking about Doctoroo in the case of the Hacking Hippo, Dr. Marsha in the case of the missing hot dogs and marshmallows. And you also got a book that's coming up as well, too. And tell us more about that. And what else do you have coming up for us?
Thank you. I think this is going to be the best one yet. It's Doctoroo in the case of the Red Hot Hawaiians. And,
ooh, Red Hot Hawaiians. Oh my gosh. I'm ready for a luau on this one.
Exactly. Well, there's going to be a luau. There are going to be a couple luau's. So first of all, we're modernizing. She's going to get her notification via text, and Doctoroo and her pals are on RooChat or RooGram. So
RooGram, got it.
So they're posting some selfies and things like that, and they get invited to the luau, which used to have some cloud cover and some tree cover, but I guess some industry cut down the trees, so the sun's been beating down on them. But and they were turning red and blistery. And Doctoroo comes with her pals. She flies over from Australia to Hawaii, and first enjoys some of the luau, and then gets to work figuring out what's causing them to be red and blistery. And there are multiple causes that can be implicit here. And so Doctoroo goes on the hunt. I don't want to give away the whole story, but she's looking towards fumes from volcanoes and plants that have allergenic materials that can cause what's called a contact dermatitis and certain type of bug bites. She's looking into everything. Like I said, the differential diagnosis, until she finally finds out that it was something simple that's causing this, and it becomes about sun care. So we'll have some similar games to play with the young ones about how to. Most kids, if you ever seen them, their parents put sunblock on them, the kids go on.
Oh my gosh, yeah. No, not the eyes, Dad. I don't want SP 100. Give me SP 15. I need a tan, Dad. Come on, SP 100's a joke.
So kids resist it. So to make it more fun, I'm coming up with some ways to really make it fun. But I think the illustrations will be really beautiful, and the characters are going to go through. There's going to be a lot of character development in this third book. So hopefully people will love Doctoroo even more. She's really a great heart-centered character who lives to help others. That's what she does. So
and that's so amazing. I mean, I feel like I fell in love with Doctoroo Ray. I want her to come over and take care of me. It's like, make a house call. Doctoroo, hop over here. So
she would hop right off the pages.
There you go. Yes. And when can we expect the upcoming book? You talked about Doctoroo in the case of the Red Hot Hawaiians. When can we expect that up?
Around right after New Year's.
New Year's. Okay. All right. Well, we'll like to have you back on and talk more about it. And what else can we expect from you in 2020? And what else can we expect from you in next year and beyond, Dr. Rachel?
Oh gosh. Well, hopefully KLM Diagnostic Solutions will be in its prototyping phase, so that we're fast tracking to get these machines out there, because women need this yesterday. So hopefully that will come out. I have a murder mystery coming out, but I'm going to keep that on the QT for now. And and possibly a movie called Blonde Doctors, actually.
I bet
It's a
you Dr.
comedy. It's like a PG-13 comedy. So.
I bet you Doctoroo's gonna be in that one. Am I right? Is that a spoiler?
Yeah, she might make an appearance or two. Absolutely.
Oh
Absolutely.
my gosh, I'm so looking forward to it. We're here with Dr. Rachel Wellner here on the Mike Wagner Show with Doctoroo in the case of the Hacking Hippo out on Amazon. Also, Dr. Marsh in the case of the missing hot dogs and marshmallows. And coming up, Doctoroo in the case of the Red Hot Hawaiians. And who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
Is it terrible to say my father? My father's a doctor, and in this, just to give you an example, in this last COVID, when it was really, well, we knew that it had, come to roost here in the United States. And my father is 71 years old. He's like a kid, but he certainly, nobody would have blamed him if during the pandemic he would have closed his office and said, okay, it's time to protect myself. But he didn't do that. He went, and he has brought 200 COVID patients, very sick, back, completely back. He's treated them all.
Wow.
And with no concern to himself, he did that. And so I think I've always looked up to him, the type of physician that he is and the type of person that he is overall. And then, on the other side, my mom is the creative. She's a interior designer, and, she sees all these really creative things. So I guess I'm really the genetic combination of the two of them, the science and the creativity, I guess.
And I'm sure Doctoroo
I have
would
plenty of other heroes, though.
Oh, definitely. I'm sure there will be a more coming.
Doctoroo's already my hero. I'm happy.
Well, she's smiling right now, and I can see it right now. Yes.
Yeah.
And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
For COVID?
Just for anything in general.
I would say do your best, live your best life, live your healthiest life, educate yourself reasonably. By the way, these books are actually very excellent because they give really, really good general advice without, going too far, to the left or right. It just sort of stays right in the middle, moderate, good advice. Stay healthy. Be smart about your own health, and know where to go to get proper advice. I think that's the advice that I have for everybody. And then just try to keep smiling. It helps a lot.
Yes, and that greatly helps as well too. So once again, we're with author and board certified surgeon, Dr. Rachel Wellner here on the Mike Wagner Show. Dr. Rachel, very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Make sure you keep yourself up to date, keep in touch. Looking forward to having you again soon. Once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or check out your books?
Thank you, Mike. That was a great show. Wonderful host you are.
Great. And also your upcoming projects, website, how do they purchase? So,
okay. So again, www.doctoroo.health is my website, and you can purchase directly through there. It'll take you to Amazon, or you can go to Amazon and type in Doctoroo and the Hacking Hippo and the case of the Hacking Hippo. So Doctoroo and the case of the Hacking Hippo, or Dr. Marsha and the case of the missing hot dogs and marshmallows. Or you can put in my name, Rachel Wellner, RACHELWELNER, and it will come up.
We certainly will do so, and Doctoroo will be glad to give you a hand. Once again, Dr. Rachel, a very big thank you for your time. You guys have been amazing along with Doctoroo. Looking forward to having you guys on soon. Make sure you keep us up to date, keep in touch. Looking forward to having you back on, and we definitely wish you guys all the best. You guys have a great future ahead of you.
Thank you. I had a great time here. Thank you so much.